My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Yep, and we're finding out all of this. Listen to this now.
But that island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew. He'll tell you about it. But that island was really a cesspool.
I have to laugh every time I listen to him because he make it sound like he's innocent. Oh, there's Virginia here. I didn't know it was.
I didn't know at that point that I was going to be trafficked to that prince. And then that night, Prince Andrew came to her house in London, and we went out to Club Tramp. Prince Andrew got me alcohol. It was in the VIP section. I'm pretty sure it was vodka. Prince Andrew was like, let's dance together. And I was like, okay. And we leave Club Tramp, and I hop in the car with Ghislaine and Jeffrey. And Ghislaine said he's coming back to the house. And I want you to do for him what you do for Epstein.
Wow.
I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that even royalty were involved.
Wow.
I didn't know at that point.
My God, let me read the comment. There's one comment under excellent receipt. Yep. Excellent receipt. Yep. Oh, shoot. Oh, there it is here. There's more. Oh my God, that's gonna be a video by itself. Okay, so that's him and Central Park with Epstein. Okay, the government is apparently aware of and in certain instances possesses some of these photographs. And the other thing, as I was listening to some of those videos, is that what the US did with Trump to elect him as president, it's like giving the wolf to be in charge of the cage. What happened to Epstein, that was during Trump's presidency. The things that you hear, there was a cellmate with Epstein. They removed that cellmate. Next thing you know, every cameras in that place was off. What happened to him? Okay, nobody's seen the body. Okay, so it's like giving the, how do they call it? The lion guarding the chicken or something like that. Okay, so let's continue. Perhaps even more important to her role in Epstein's sexual abuse ring, Maxwell had direct connection to other powerful individuals with whom she could connect Epstein. For instance, one such powerful individual Epstein forced Jane Doe No. 3 to have sexual relations with was a member of the British royal family, Prince Andrew, aka Duke of York. Jane Doe No. 3 was forced to have sexual relations with the prince when she was a minor in 3 separate geographical locations: in London, at Ghislaine Maxwell's apartment in New York, and on Epstein's private island in the US Virgin Islands, and an orgy, my God, with numerous other underage girls. Epstein instructed Jane Doe 3 that she was to give the prince whatever he demanded and required Jane Doe No. 3 to report back to him on the detail of the sexual abuse. Maxwell facilitated Prince Andrew's act of sexual abuse by acting as a madam for Epstein, thereby assisting in internationally trafficking Jane Doe No. 3 and numerous other young girls for sexual purposes.
Well, that's a nice story, but let's not forget the...
Prince Andrew is a different story. Prince Andrew wasn't being blackmailed. He was being used as a useful idiot. And he was bringing in some of the celebrities to get blackmailed.
This is sick. There's that here. Okay, we just heard her video here. Buckingham Palace threatened ABC to kill Epstein-linked Prince Andrew story, anchor recorded as saying. So this guy never learned. Never learned. Continue. You put him on Epstein Island, he will continue the same thing. Okay, so you convince the trafficker of children but ignore the people she was trafficking for. Pedophiles control the world. It couldn't be any more obvious. Okay, yeah. Right, 𝗥𝗃𝗃𝗃 among those names, and 1,200 pages of Jeffrey Epstein court documents. My God. My God. Okay, to be clear, there's no such thing as an underage orgy because that applies that all parties consent. It's rape. The role that powers that be, British royal family have over their subject is so fascinating to watch. On a human level, it's terrifying to watch the mob culture that surround that family. Royal family have demonstrated for years who they are, lovers of pedophile, abusers, racists, bullies, etc. But Andrew, all of them. And this is why I'm like, I don't understand how Harry was able to come out of this. And this is why sometimes I pray for the children. The children's now. Okay? Whatever strike Harry, that, what do you call this? That miracle that strike Harry may strike some of these young royals. Make them open their eyes and don't follow the same kind of bad behavior. Okay, none of them should appear on the balcony again except as a farewell. It's a long past time to abolish the corrupt family with the long history of criminal activity, close pedophile connection, and getting wealthy off the taxpayers. That's up to the UK. There are many in prison who commit crimes and strongly deny they did. Nevertheless, charges were brought and evidence witnesses presented to send them to prison. So he strongly denies the accusation but paid $12 million plus to a person he never met. Makes it too glaring. What a punishment, not being allowed on the balcony anymore to look down at us peasant anymore. Still will have his freedom, still will live in a royal house and have the security. Alright, so that's it with this. These are the comments, but let's move on. Okay, there's more. Okay, let's move on. This is an ad. Okay, all young girls in that family should be protected. Yep, should be protected. Social services need to visit that family. I'm telling you. I'm just glad our favorite is out of there. Our favorite is out of there. Can you imagine the power that they had on Harry, and now to have that on Harry's kids? Thank God. I'm telling you, God sent Meghan to get Harry out of there. Angela Levin said she inherited some of her mother's characteristics. Isn't it obvious? Angela Levin, my mother was cruel and horrid woman. I don't follow them, but I don't see any tweets from the squad with screenshot of any of the royal rats. Okay, Levin want public sympathy, but she have shown all those years that she is worse than her mom, that we never seen or met. She lies and everything about Meghan, therefore it will be the same about her mom. Okay, when people, that's me who responded. Yeah, when people show who they are, believe them. Okay, Chip didn't fly far from the block, vile and delusional. Okay, your mother was cool to us also for having, oh my God, for having you to plague strangers on the internet and lie on them. What a miserable existence. Okay, I guess she inherited those traits from her mother. Okay, if she was right about her mother, and I'm not convinced she was telling the truth, then she inherited all of the traits. Alright, let's move on. Alright, so this one is a little bit LOL. I think I comment on it too. Alright, so pause. Okay, I pause it. I just spilled my drink. I'm shaking. Okay, Queen Elizabeth arriving to deny the allegation made toward Prince Andrew. Only 6 seconds, and that's a casket rolling down that stairs, okay? Oh my God. I'm telling you. This is me, OMG. Twitter is going to follow Queen Elizabeth II in hell. Okay, is she hiding the missing jewel, or will we see clear evidence of someone trying to frame her? That's the laugh. Alright? Oh, alright, so let's move on. This is Jodie of something else, but let's move on. Alright, next tweet. I'm almost done. I don't know if I have energy to keep on recording for the next one. Alright, so there's that. Here we are into Queen Margaret. Only one tweet on that. Okay, this is allegedly why Queen Margaret abdicated. She swore she never would. To like and marry as queen, verging on divorcing, there's precedent for prince and princess to divorce, but not kings or queen. Prince Frederick and Princess Mary are reportedly struggle with relationship. Couple videos ago, I think it was during the holiday, I come across a tweet with pictures of the husband cheating. And then on another tweet, again, I don't follow these, but I'm telling you, the squad are everywhere. So it happened on my timeline, so I share it with you. And on another tweet, someone said the Aussie, okay, went to Australia with 2 of her kids, or several of them. I don't know how many she had. Okay, so it seems like she was, you know, after knowing that the husband was cheating, maybe she was trying to move on, maybe do the steps to move on. And then I come across tweets, I don't know if it was under this, where some Aussies are saying, we'll be more than happy to welcome you back. So the people of her country are welcoming her back, or standing firm behind her. This is what I mean. You just need the people behind you. That's all. Alright? So I could understand. I don't know if this tweet is true. Let's put allegedly. But if it is true, so that that Queen Margrethe, I guess she's trying to lock her in, like this tweet is saying. Okay, Prince Frederick and Princess Mary are reportedly struggling with relationship ahead of coronation. I mean, these people, I don't know. If they know they're gonna be cheating, why just don't make a deal and say, just give me a child and then that's it? Alright, oh, so that's a thread. Let's see here. Crown Prince Frederick and Crown Princess Mary of Denmark. Things are reportedly very chilly between the couple ahead of the big day. There have been rumors that Queen Margrethe decided to abdicate the throne in an attempt to save the royal couple's marriage. What is it? The excuse that she gave was that she has back problems, she's getting old, Okay, but whatever reason she said, it seems like I bought it. But with this going on, I could understand as well. Okay, 𝗤𝗍𝗵 believed that the Danish royal family is doing PR damage control by having Queen Margrethe abdicate the throne. Quote, it's possible that the Queen took this action because she would have been terrified of the marriage breaking up and the royal family losing Mary. It would have caused major problems. The Queen has always seen Mary as a tremendous asset. And I think the people in Denmark likes her too. Okay, I never seen anything negative about her, and I don't have any ill feeling. You know, sometimes you have small little doubts here about people, not her, for some reason. Okay, they don't want to lose Mary. Abdicating could be Queen Margrethe's way of saving the marriage, of lacking Mary, and to be Queen of Denmark amidst the icy relationship and the strong allegation of Frederick's affair. They admit what an asset Mary is to the royal family. And this, let's see here. Okay, however, and the worst thing is, the ones who born into the family, the blood royals, the one Frederick, I don't think he understands this because he grew up in there. They never show him any limitation. They never show him, you know, there's certain, I will not say never because I don't know, allegedly. Okay, so he's probably one of those, probably is the keyword, one of those who gets whatever he wants, whenever he wants, whatever. Okay. So he doesn't see the danger if something like that were to happen and the people get upset. What will happen? The lifestyle will no longer be there. Okay, let me read this. However, royal expert 𝗤𝗍𝗵 believe that the Danish royal family is doing PR damage control by having Queen Margrethe abdicate the throne. Quote, it's possible that the Queen took this action because she would have been terrified of the marriage breaking up and the royal family losing Mary. He explained to the Telegraph, it continued, it will have caused major problems. The Queen has always seen Mary as a tremendous asset. It's just another royal family soap opera playing out in the press.
I want to see newspapers thrive. This is my industry, and I think it's in all our interests that we have a thrive. And we've got the most wonderful newspapers in the world in this country. You read the newspapers in the States or in France, they're very dull. They're not entertaining at all.
It's just another royal family soap opera playing out in the press.
They're They're not entertaining at all. I think that we can have both a serious and an entertaining press.
It's just another royal family soap opera playing out in the press.
And that's what I want to see survive. I don't want to see destroy the industry I love.
There's that. So once again, men cheat, but it's the woman that has to pay the price. All right. Unfortunately, there are kids for her to consider. Not unfortunately, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that's true. Okay, why don't they just donate sperm? Maybe that was where I saw that. Maybe why don't they just donate sperm when they're old enough? Keep it for the healthy egg, birth it, and call it a day. There's nothing romantic about royalty, nothing honorable. It's almost always humiliating for the woman. Offsprings are raised by staff. Okay, it's archaic. The monarchy is a relic. I remember seeing this video. It was during, was it Kate and William's tour? Was this in Jamaica or one of those islands, the Commonwealth countries? So she did it to stop Mary from leaving Frederick so that Denmark will have a king and queen and place thus ensure the continuation of the monarchy. It sounds smart on paper, but that doesn't do anything to fix their marriage after he made his choice to cheat. That's the thing. Okay, it traps Mary. Yep, she's a mercenary woman, that one. So another Princess Charlene. Our Mary is maybe that's where I saw it. Our Mary is welcome to move back home anytime. Okay, let me read this. Shit, I should have finished with the other. Okay, she could have divorced the first time she knew he was unfaithful, but she remained at every turn. Oh, I don't know much about it. But remember, there's kids involved. Okay, it's easy for us outside to see it, but at some point, it's how much can she take? Maybe she should negotiate her deal. Negotiate. She's a smart woman. Even we will never know anything about this, but she's a very smart woman. Even now, she has the choice to decline being queen, but she won't do it. Why? That is why I won't waste my time with these type of women. Okay, I'm so disappointing in him. That's me also. I had no idea he was another philanderer, but I should have guessed. All right, with that being said, let me leave that alone. I'm already past an hour. Okay, oh shoot, almost an hour and 20 minutes. Next tweet. Okay, oops, it's not gonna show. I missed something. I have this one. I'm not gonna stay too long on it because I need to know more background of it, and I think I posted on my community. But it seems like, okay, the person who was accusing the president of Harvard president of how do they call this when you write something and you don't give credit to or something like that, but it seems like that person did it too, so they're calling her out. What's the term for it? Plagiarism, something like that, right? So she quit, and I think there's other things that went behind it. Let me look something up really quick. Okay, so there it is here. Okay, plagiarism. Okay, Harvard president accused of plagiarism. Harvard's president Claudine Gay announced her resignation on Tuesday after her presidency had become engulfed in crisis over accusation of plagiarism and what some call her insufficient response to anti-Semitism. I think this is the main thing here, why they call her out. Okay, because maybe things that were happening on campus, and I guess I don't know. I don't want to guess on that one, but it has to be with what's going on in Palestine. There's someone that I know who she knows a friend who's running for office, and you have the Jews asking her things about what's going on in the Middle East to choose a side. Okay, and I'm like, this is for a small position, a lower level position that this person is running for. And I'm like, is Israel another state in the United States for her to concern about? We have so many issues in our own little neighborhood. Why are they forcing her to respond? I think this is the same thing that's happening here. Okay, because she's allowing, I guess, protests going on. So while I'm editing, I decided to look up what I was thinking about to see if I was right, and I think I was. So this is what I find. In the month following Hamas' October 7 attack on Israel, the Harvard Undergraduate Palestine Solidarity Committee was one of the main drivers of pro-Palestine student protests on campus, but the group has taken a back seat in recent weeks. Okay, so that was dated December 6, 2023. So at Harvard, there was pro-Palestine protests. That's all this is about. They don't point it out to you, but they find other issues around it to get rid of you. So that's the main problem right here. This is the main problem. So let's get back to the original recording. But we have so many issues in our own little neighborhood. Why they forcing her to respond? I think this is the same thing that's happening here. Okay, because she's allowing, yeah, I guess protests going on, because the protest was against Israel, so they went and kick her out of there. That way they could put someone who will prevent that from happening. Oh my goodness. But anyway, this is just my humble opinion here. All right, to anti-Semitism on campus after the Hamas-led attacks on Israel. All right, they keep on, let me leave that alone. I don't want to go in that bar. Okay, so the main thing here that I brought that Harvard thing in is because the person who accused her, the Harvard president, who now resigned of plagiarism, now got Boston Globe is calling on her. I don't know that she did something even far worse. So let's read. At Boston Globe, okay, that's the newspaper, New England's leading source for breaking news and analysis, okay, is out tonight with a mind-blowing story about MIT professor who commended her student into making and sending a thank you gift for Epstein at the behest of 𝗤𝗄𝗎𝗄. I don't know who's that. There are so many layers to this. One of four. Okay, the professor is 𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫 Who is that? 値Assman. Oh, so that's her. So let's see here. 値Assman is an American. Ah, so she was the one who called on the other one because they're... My God, these people are vile. So because the president did not call to stop the protests, so she created that. Well, if she did plagiarism, that's a different story. Like I said, I need to look more into it. But okay, Israel designer and professor known for art and architecture that combine design, biology, computing, and material engineering. She coined the phrase material ecology to define her work. Born 1976, half of Israel. So that's probably that. So she called. Okay, so let me read. This is interesting. The professor is 値Assman, a famous designer with a big show soon at MoMA. I used to go to that museum a lot. As a matter of fact, sidetrack, I'm thinking I need to start doing that with my son, my youngest. He's into architecture. So, oh my God, I'm so not into the, how do you call this? The city life. I just need to be more in a quiet place. But he's been asking to go visit different buildings and all of that. And seeing that, I actually was thinking I need to start going to museum and take him with me because he seems like the type who enjoy it. You know, to inspire him a little bit more. But anyway, let's continue. All right. The professor is Њаве Assman, a famous designer with a big show soon at MoMA. Her husband is Bill Ackman, the hedge fund manager. He was not happy that MIT was going to out of Assman as being entwined in this sordid business and sent a kind threatening note to her for. Let's see here. Okay, I will suggest that on background that you let the press know that Epstein did not receive a disobedience award, but he, like other donors to the lab, donor A, donor B, donor C, etc., donor names redacted, although I will of course not mention their names, received a gift from the media lab of a unique design object, I don't think it is necessary for you to say it was at your request, which, as I understand, in this case it was, but it is very important that you don't mention Neri's name or otherwise get her involved, or she will have to issue her own statement to protect her reputation, explaining why it was sent and at whose request, who else received similar gifts, how she met Epstein, who else. It's a whole ring. It's a whole ring. Who else at the MIT received funding from Epstein, why she declined to attend meeting and dinners with Epstein, which other faculty attended. This will of course blow this up even more, which we will certainly not like to see happen. Okay, oh my lord. So let's continue. But the real tragedy here is how MIT students were ensnared and how they, unlike their superiors, had enough conscience to feel horrible about it. 3 or 4. Let's see here. A graduate student seeing Epstein names flag him as a potential problem. Quote, have you read the article about this Jeffrey Epstein? He seems pretty shady. That just remind me when when Charles sent this Middle Eastern man to donate to Santa Bali and sent him to meet Harry, and Harry made a deal with him, you know, received the money, and that was it. To receive the money, he didn't get the money. That was a promise. And then when the guy gave the money and he's telling Harry to come to do something, and Harry was like, no, that was not part of the deal. I'm not gonna fly and have dinner with you, with your friend and all of that. And then right away, Harry let his father know that this guy is a shady person. Okay, so that's what popped up in my mind. I have this story on PYTE. So let's continue. So you have students who have more common sense than the professor to say this Epstein guy. Alright, so quote, have you read the articles about this Jeff Epstein? He seems pretty shady. Just wanted to point it out in case you weren't aware. The student wrote to 𝗥𝗃, who was in Barcelona at the time. Join and I are aware. 𝗥𝗃 wrote back, I'll share more in person when I return. And the email string, 𝗥𝗃 added that Jeff Epstein should always be confidential. Wow. So she knows, or whoever that person is, knows who Jeffrey is. And but she also told the graduate student, do not worry, we are not sponsored by him per my direction. What? According to the email, 𝗥𝗃 said that she met with and spoke with the student who raised concern, and she believed that the student was comfortable with sending the gift. Wow. Let's continue. Read the words from this student and see how far the collateral damage of 𝗏𝗏𝗏, is it 𝗏𝗏𝗏? I don't know. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 and his colleagues' ambitions went to damage the self-esteem of the young people they're supposed to educate and protect. Oh my lord. Okay, but the 2017 Epstein episode stuck with the student after 𝗏𝗏𝗏 apologized in August for taking money from Epstein for the media lab and his own venture fund. The student sent a lab-wide apology of her own. She says she had raised the issue of Epstein's reputation but still felt complicit. Wow, this student have more morals. Accepting gifts is different than having students make and give them. The student wrote on August 16 and in an email shared with the Globe, quote, I knew it was wrong. I tried to speak up, but I was more concerned about getting a degree and staying in favor than with what is right. I let myself down as much as anyone. I'm so sorry. You could see that. You could see that. Wow. And again, remember, we won't know any of this today if not for the deep, expensive work of Miami Herald and journalists. Okay, there's this person here. Who's that? Julie K. Brown, investigative journalist, author, Perversion of Justice, the Jeffrey Epstein story. I covered the broken criminal justice system. Okay, and Emily Milcock, okay, freelance photographer and videographer, past 28 years as a video journalist at Miami Herald. Okay, and kudos to, who's that? Let's move up. Who's that? Deirdre Fernandez, covering the highest education business and student loan for the Boston Globe. Contact me. Okay. The reporter who broke the MIT story that Ackman document in particular is so important. Okay, I don't want to see her forced into a position where, to protect her name, she is required to be transparent about everything that took place at MIT with Epstein. Ackman wrote in an email. That's an ad. Okay, there's that. Unroll if you can. There's this clown, Bill Ackman. CO Pershing Square. They all. It's a ring. It's a ring. This is why. What is it when there was something about when she was in court, Maxwell, there's a black book, they put all sort of names. It's a ring. Okay, let's just say it's a ring. There is absolutely no bottom in this rabbit hole. Seems like an opportune time to remind folks of this important story 3 years ago. What is that now? Oh my God. Okay, Julie Brown, is that one of the person I just read? Investigative, yeah. Okay, so this is someone that's worth following. Okay, Minneapolis, the 𝗤𝗏𝗃𝗃 report. Leaving. Okay, archive of this article for those who get paywall. Okay, let's see this. Okay, so I'll leave the link in the description. Very interesting. Maybe this is where I will know the whole story here. Okay, this is gonna be 2 videos, by the way. I'm an hour and 33 minutes. Let's see here. A meeting with Jeffrey Epstein led to a gift and now regrets. Okay, September 13, 2019. So this is old. Okay, the story was published in 2019. Find our latest coverage on the case of Jeffrey Epstein here. The MIT Media Lab schedule was clear on a Saturday afternoon in October 2015. There was a special guest and potential donor visiting them, Director Joe Ito's office. One by one, some of the highest profile professors at the Media Lab trooped in and presented their research, answered questions, and discussed their work with the prospective benefactor, Jeffrey Epstein. Wow. Neri Axman, a well-known architect and designer whose work has been featured at the Smithsonian Institution and the page of Vogue magazine, says she was among those who spoke. She discussed her research on how art, science, engineering, and design work together and brought a small-scale models of her sculptures. Ito and another senior MIT professor were also present. The day was a success. Axman's lab, Mediated Matter, received $125,000 tied to Epstein over the years. And because MIT did not want to disgrace financiers to use the gift to help rehabilitate his reputation, Axman was told it will be kept confidential. In 2015, meeting offers a window into how the Media Lab was at once concerned about the optic of taking money from Epstein, which they know very well. That's the thing here, they know. A convicted sex offender who had by then served a 13-month sentence for soliciting a minor for prostitution, and also tempted by his potential to donate and encourage others to give to the research center. This is the first quote, "This is the first and only time I met Epstein," Axman said in a statement. "Joy assured me that Epstein was an approved donor who wished to devote his fortune to science and technology." Pfft, yeah, right. In part to make amends for wrongs he committed earlier in his life. After the meeting, Axman told the Globe, "I told twice after her to write notes thanking Epstein for his contribution. She along with other professors were invited to dine with Epstein on several occasions," and this is where they kept pictures to entrap them, "though she said she never attended." And in 2017, Ito requested that her design lab, which often produced donor gifts for the university, sent a token of appreciation to Epstein, a grapefruit-sized 3D printed marble with a base that lit up. It came with a pair of gloves to avoid getting fingerprint on the surface. Alright, so I'll leave the rest because it's not that long, but at least you get the beginning of it. Alright, so that's that. Let me go to the next tweet. This will be 2 videos. Alright, so this is that? Yeah. This is my last one for this video. There's this here. This has to do with Saudi Arabia. Okay. Finish this video and do a prayer. All right, so let's do a prayer. Prayer, that's the person I was looking at. Let me leave this because I want to look more into her. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for, what should we do? Let's let the blind see. Let's do that. I haven't done this in a protection. Let's do protection and protection of the blind. Let's see. So many things is coming. Prayer for protection for, let's say, for the blind, because we have a lot of blind people here who don't see the intent of those evildoers. All right, let's do an image. Bridegroom Jesus, amen. I didn't really feel that one, so let's see here. This looked like something I did a long time ago. Prayer for the blind, maybe that one. Dear Lord, we know that the eyes are the light of your creatures. It is the window through which we see the world. Without them, our lives are miserable. Today, we pray for the blind, just as Christ opened the eyes of the blind man who begged for mercy. We pray that you have mercy on the blind today. Please restore their sight, give them back the light of their soul, wipe away any demonic spot that is preventing them from seeing. Open their eyes with your divine spirit, help them see again, and bring back the joy in their lives. Amen. I think this is it. This is the prayer. Okay, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so this video will have two parts because I'm literally 2 hours here. I'm gonna do another video, and if I have energy, I'll record another video that will be on my Patreon. Okay, so that is it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.